What's going on, YouTube? Vicious coming at you today for another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Dovpro DT-50 box mod. Simple little box mod, goes up 50 watts from Dovpro. It's not a bad little device. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get up close and personal with the Dovpro. Okay, folks. We got the Dovpro DT-50. Comes in this little box here. Got all the specs on it. DT-50, 50 watt device. It says it's 109 millimeters by 49 millimeters by 23 millimeters. It's made out of aluminum. Got an LED screen. It'll fire down to a 0.2 resistance. 4,000 mAh battery and all that fun stuff. It's got a security check, yada 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 yada. Let's go ahead and take it in the case. Let's go ahead and set the device aside. We'll get to that in just a minute. Let's just go ahead and what it comes up with. It comes with a little screwdriver and an extra 510 screw. It comes with a USB charging cable. I might have to pull that out to get it in there. Come here, you fucker. Alright, and it comes with a little instruction booklet. This isn't a bad China fucking instruction booklet, Thank you for using Dovpro DT-50. And it goes through all the pertinent information about the Dovpro 50. Alright, so let me just go ahead and push that aside. And let's look at the Dovpro 50 itself. It is a box mod. It's really light. Well, it's not really light, but it's not overly heavy. For size comparison, we have Segali, we have the Dovpro. The Dovpro is a little bit taller. Okay. Thickness, it's about the same thickness, and the firing button and everything is on the front. It's got a laser etching, is what I'm going to assume that is a laser etching or screen printing. Feels a little deep for screen printing. This one has a scorpion on it, at least I assume that's what that is. The Pro electronic cigarette. It's got a standard 510 connection with adjustable 510. Device, turn it on and off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bye-bye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dovpro, power on. Okay. Today, we are going to be using the Atlantis. Just because it's what I've been using on this device. Alright, let's go ahead and see what it says. 40 watts, so it remembers the last setting I have. As you can see, plain and simply, it won't go any higher than 40 watts. And there's a reason for that. Okay? It is what they call a smart match system. So basically, resistance of 0.2 to 0.3, you'll get 20 to 50 watts. 0.4 to 0.8, you'll get 15 to 40 watts. 0.9 to 1.4, you'll get 10 to 30 watts. And resistance is over 1.5, you'll get 5 to 20 watts. So it depends on the resistance of your atomizer to actually get a full 50 watts. There's not a whole lot to this one. Just simple up. It moves lightning fast. It does not auto scroll, which kind of sucks. But it does move extremely, extremely quickly. It's got a nice bright screen, as you can see. There we go. It's got a built-in battery, so you just plug it up to charge. Everything else like that. But I really find it seems pretty decent at 40 watts. Hand fill. It's a little weird to get used to. It really is. But we'll get all into that when we come back up and look at it and do the up close again. Get out of this up close. But that is there's not a whole lot to it, but that is the Dovpro DT. And that was the up close and personal review of the Dovpro DT-50. It's honestly, it's not a bad device for a 50 watt device. Okay, I mean, it pairs very nicely with the Atlantis, in my opinion. Looks wise, I mean, it's kind of slick, man. I mean, it's not overly big, it's not overly bulky. These edges, even though they're not like sharp edges, they still feel a little sharp to me, even though they kind of flattened them out. Weight-wise, it's not all that heavy. I would say it's about on par with like an MVP or something like that. So it's not the lightest device in the universe, but it is, it is not that bad. Pros and cons of the device. Pro for me, at least in my opinion, the battery is built in. So there's no buying batteries. There's no buying a charger. You just plug it in, you charge it, you go. It does seem a little bit slow to charge, but that could just be the charger I was using to try to get like a more of a charge on it. Battery life actually seems pretty good. I mean, I've been vaping on this one for a hot minute, and it had like a half a battery when I started using it, and like, it seems to do pretty well. I mean, all things considering. What else can I say about the Dovpro DT-50? Kind of a con, in my opinion, although it does make perfectly good sense, is the fact that, if you're going to get your full 50 watts, you're going to have to build, between a 0.2 and a 0.3, or run something between 0.2 and 0.3 to get the full 50 watts out of it. It kind of sucks, but I do kind of get it. It makes kind of sense to me, and I can at least appreciate it. And I appreciate the fact that it actually has a 0.2 build limit. While the Sigali is nice with like the 0.15, the 0.2 is more than what anybody would need. As far as like all the other technical specs of it, from my reading and my research and my understanding, and this could be wrong, so don't take this as church, but from my understanding, it's basically a 20 amp device. It's got a 20 amp limit, which is why you can't build below a 0.2. Because if you're doing like a 0.22 right in there, it's pretty safe. For 20 amps if the math and everything else holds up. All things considering, this is actually a really kind of cool device. I actually kind of dig it. It's not a device that I would use all the time because I'm a dripper. But if somebody who's wanting to get over into dripping, somebody who just wants a more powerful device that doesn't want to buy a 100 watt, 150, a 200, or 260 watt device, if somebody who wants, like a middle of the road device, I see it's right up on there, man. I mean, 40 watts, at 40 watts on the Atlantis, I mean, it's just, it does the job nicely. I mean, it really and truly does. So all things considering, the Dovpro DT-50, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's actually not bad. Price wise, you can get them online for between 59. I've seen them between 59 and 69, 72, right in there. So for under $100 for an authentic device that goes up to $50, it goes up to 50 watts. I personally think it's pretty cool. It might not fit everybody's vaping needs. It definitely doesn't fit all my vaping needs. I mean, Jesus Christ, I've wadded out of my 100 watt Sigali. But you know what? For people going in, people who don't want to deal with buying batteries and chargers and don't want to have to deal with all that, but want to be able to drip, I would check it out. I would really seriously debate going and checking out this device. Find a place that has a local, hold it in your hand. Find somebody who uses it, hold it, see what you think about it. I personally kind of like it. I mean, 4,000 mAh battery, good battery life. So, it's not the cream of the crop, but I personally think it's pretty good for a authentic. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you everybody who subscribes to my channel. I'm gonna keep on trying to push out some videos. I got some juice reviews that I need to post up, but I keep on having technical issues with it, and I just don't know what the fuck the deal is. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. This is Vicious. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get out of here. Vape on, people.